Welcome. Good evening, Fiifi-Manfred. Evening edition was on Fiifi-Manfred. Many of the brother I see in terms of the sports analysis, Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube, the best sports analysis show. I bet every time on YouTube and the brother I see. Of course, so one subscriber to channel, I'm sure subscribe to channel, not turn on notifications. Send about anytime your content ever drop will be on where you're first to have it here on Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. And then the news that's coming from Barcelona ain't a good one. As Barcelona beginning to complain, say Spanish Football Federation, and they are not happy about certain things that are going on or Spain on them. Who said na Barca for our game with Osasuna? Then the game, obviously, because of the death of Barca for team doctor. I have friend Charles Minero nearby, and Barca 4 could not go and play that game. And until he had to make sure said, as a team, Spanish Football Federation will postpone the game. But after that, the kind of dates are Barca 4 from Spanish Football Federation and a good one to the extent said, and now time a date nearby and Hansi Flick, according to Massa, you see Hansi Flick world football like very angry. Say I didn't know bono. Omo casualty, my team manager, my team doctor na yare mo ko. Na team doctor na yare no ko. I didn't know what the game no ko share timer. It's likely say Barca 4 players may not be available to answer our match because of international duties this animal. They are not excited. Say Barca 4 no ASR. And now, like I said this morning, Barca 4 have developed a lot of character. And it was the wide rotations that only pull Atletico the Madrid for out. See, if you know Atletico, adding for you to get anything away from them when they go up by go to 0. Talk about even 2-0. Compact, mid block, low block, Omokitano. Wide rotations, not aggressive. They can always make it difficult for you to get anything from against some very stubborn, very tough team to deal with. And now, that is where they are. This is where Atletico de Madrid are. This is where Atletico de Madrid for here. But Barca 4 went into the game, and like I said, as the game did wear on, I said psychologically and mentally, Barca 4 said no matter how difficult a game gets, they have the profiles, they have the capability, they have the skill set. So making turning the game around, and that's exactly what they did. Can I say until 2-1 go on a Rebel Lewandowski, Lewandowski, you're useless, and he had not given anything to the game. And my catch Barca fans, baby, Obi Timinia in Boma several times said, yes, you can have a lot of the reservations about Robert Lewandowski. When you go to game which you again, they be a catch Minia Chichiku. Say, yes, game, you watch the game in itself. I brand here your friend of Robert Lewandowski isn't giving too many goals or boss a hold up center forward when you or say chance this animal. But what he gives the team is that in crucial moments, where you need somebody to keep going and then probably find a goal for you, Robert Lewandowski will do it. And with the experience he has had in Europe, he tends to have the knack for goals every time when he has to go and get it. And that's what Robert Lewandowski games. And that's exactly what you get from our brand here, your friend Robert Lewandowski. And he does it consistently, does it well over there. Anytime you need Lewandowski, say, I understand that for Barca fans, yes, Lewandowski may see chance and it's not good. And then now he was key. At 2-1, Barca began to believe. And from there, Ferran Torres, Lamine Yamal, Ferran Torres again, they took the game by storm to Atletico Fono with a lot of wide rotations. They can say it's an unusual game. So, who they are in a game there, Dia. It is how say a both game against low block. Now, Obi to say Dani doesn't thrive in there. I don't know if you get what I'm trying to say. Say Barca a both game. Or back against a low block. Low blocks are essentially Dani Olmo's game. Dani Olmo na unim or what's that technicality and skill set to receive the ball in tight spaces, turn and control under pressure, find openings, create chances out of nothing. It's essentially a stock in trade. Say, do you want to know here? But to the extent that Barca are playing Atletico de Madrid and then you're bomb match and still Dani Olmo is not seen. We told you how compact that Atletico Madrid block but still Barca's wide rotations on the day. This time not the house spaces, wide rotations from Ferran Torres, Lamine Yamal, and the fullbacks not handed about them. That's what made the difference on the day. And you will give credit to our brand friend Robert Lewandowski over there for team friend Barcelona. So yes, the big one is Hansi Flick that he's not excited about what has going on in there this season. Barca player watching the most goals from coming off from the bench. Now our brand friend Ferran Torres over there. Bad news from team friend FC Barcelona. And it's our brand your friend Marc Casado. About 40 minutes and they are injured via Atletico de Madrid. The player showed a lot of commitment to be able to play. And now they said now the anterior cruciate ligament, almost a similar injury to what happened to our brand friend Marc Barnal, no? Has happened to our brand friend Marc Casado, and Casado is out. The season ruled out. I was saying that before that game, Barca needed a certain Frankie de Jong, but Casado tells you the importance of the squad depth. What will happen to Frankie de Jong going forward? So how are Barca going to control games like that when they need a bit of Marc Casado skill set, when there is no Barnal, when there is no Casado, and if Frankie de Jong form the DPR, what are Barca going to do? And it's not good. So Barca have gotten to this point of the season where they need everybody fit. You know, now all of a sudden Barca lose everything to players who are not fit, and they are worried about the games they are going to play when they return to the foot of play. It's not helping team friend Barcelona form at all. And we wait to see how things are going to go on in there in terms of games. Of course, before Supercopa final, Florentino Perez directly called president of CSD to ask him to accept Barca's request in terms of saying now Barca person replaces. If Marc Casado is out for exactly 2 months, as reported, he should be back for the last La Liga match on the 25th with Athletic Club. In addition, he would miss hypothetical Copa del Rey final and possibly Champions League semi-final if he comes in. Of course, we'll see how it's going to. Osasuna will also appeal the date for the match against the 27th match. Their match against Athletic Club is scheduled for Friday, March 28th, so they can't play a game for the 27th of March over there, according to team friend Osasuna, for also getting not too happy about date on game now with team friend FC Barcelona. Test carried out on a brand friend first team player Marc Casado has a ligament injury in the right knee. Further tests are pending determination the exact extent of his injury and subsequent treatment for a brand friend Marc Casado. It's Barca hoping that Marc Casado return. It stands now at least 2 months, and Marc Casado actually and wait to see if everything is going to go on well for our brand friend Marc Casado, because it affects team friend FC Barcelona in terms of the conversation around players who are fit to play consistently in week out for team friend FC Barcelona, and of course Real Madrid. Almost everybody are joining the national teams now. Kylian Mbappe has joined in. Bukayo Saka retaining from Arsenal. And say Madrid phoning him say in the game against Arsenal in the Champions League quarter-final games, there is most likely say Arsenal star man, your friend Bukayo Saka, is going to return. And of course, everybody knows that Bukayo Saka is dangerous. No matter how you think, yes, Madrid is a bigger team, only dangerous to play against, but if Bukayo Saka it helps the Arsenal dynamics. Only a lot more of the wide threats from wide areas now, they can get a job done against him. Your friend Real Madrid when they have a branch friend Bukayo Saka back. So it's not going to be an easy match for Real Madrid, and Massa phoning him saying Bukayo Saka is targeting a return in time for the Champions League quarter-final match on Emirates April 8th over there. That's when a branch friend Bukayo Saka tries to be returning. One of the both games maybe I'm a team your friend Real Madrid. The final decision on Luka Modric. Real Madrid will be in May. He wants to renew for another year. Madrid for say on person make a final decision on Luka Modric. Very experienced. Look at 2 seasons ago. Now Madrid for person movie on a branch friend Luka Modric. Carlo Ancelotti by no say Debbie. His experience will help the young boys now. Into Munyan to Baseka Kramani. They don't want to let a branch friend Luka Modric leave the team. So they kept him in there. Now Luka Modric is growing. He's been one of the best players. And every time Madrid phone here and he comes on and then helps in terms of the controlling of the games now. But Madrid phone are saying by the end of this season in May, they will make a conclusion. Madrid scouting department has set impossible challenge to find the next Luka Modric. They know no one will be able to replace the quality of Luka Modric on and off the field of play. But they are looking for future profile in their market that may be similar to their characteristics. And of course, you want to replace a brand here friend Luka Modric. You wait to see if it is possible. Say Madrid Forno can get a brand here, your friend Luka Modric, or they won't be able to get him in there. Wait to see how things are going to pan out there for Tima, your friend FC Real Madrid, FC Real Madrid. Obviously, on the part of Chelsea, and open maker, it was very sad. Say Chelsea ball Arsenal match in the Enzo Maresca try say or call fans no one my catch sorry. And I say Omunina man on the middle finger. I mean not good, but Maresca na on one way in a sense that when he came, he started winning games and people got onto the boat and believed that he was going to do things. I think that in the tail end of 2024, he didn't manage the substitutions well when you see the bench maybe because now squad now you're too bloated and stuff like that, and they began to drop points. And then Chelsea are struggling. Oshe games are with Sean. If Chelsea can play in the Champions League, after Arsenal, there's Tottenham Hotspur, there's Brentford, there is Fulham, there is Ipswich Town. Yeah, there are tough games as a Chelsea, but to be able to see if they can qualify for Champions League. And put here Enzo Maresca. Maresca say, yes, I'm going to game if you want they will go for international break. After that, the plan will be to focus on 9 more games now, and now Mark could create essay after that game number against Arsenal, more 9 more finals to play to qualify for the Champions League. And Macau say, as in the Champions League, everybody there can qualify from 1st to 8th. We'll be able to qualify as low as Aston Villa, Brighton, and Hove Albion. We'll be able to qualify. And even Nottingham Forest know they are not safe. Arsenal knows they are not safe. Maybe only Liverpool penny is safe. How much more Chelsea? Newcastle 1 game in hand or 1 point behind Chelsea or Shah. Chelsea come down to come to 4th, and Manchester United go to 5th. It's a really tight time over there in the games now, and Chelsea know that they need to win. Chelsea have games against Nottingham Forest, you have games against Newcastle. They need to win these games if they want to go on and play the Champions League. One shot against Newcastle, one shot Ipswich, one shot Nottingham Forest. Then you have no point discussing Super Champions League or anything of the sort. And wait to see how things are going to pan out for Chelsea Football Club and on a quest for Champions League. For me, I've said it several times. When Enzo Maresca came into the club, we are expecting Enzo Maresca to put up the kind of performance that he has put up at Chelsea. Today, people can say all sorts of things, but nobody really expected Enzo Maresca will do the things that he's done, and he has been brilliant. I think that Chelsea's issue is not about the coach. The jury has returned on Enzo Maresca, and the jury's judgment is simple. I'm not saying Enzo Maresca is the right person to lead the club forward. For me, I disagree with anybody who out of frustration make us say Maresca Sam, Maresca Nyari, Maresca Bono, New. It's easy for anybody to say that. I think that, to be very honest, Enzo Maresca is really, really important to everything that Chelsea are trying to do. The problem, however, is the fact that when you look at the team right now, it's imbalanced. And you know how Arsenal came now. And that is the reason in Chelsea for pushing for Dario Sugo. Dual winners, battle winners, monsters, so winning a lot of duels on FIFA. Chelsea only have only a few physical specimens in a Chelsea kita. And that team lacks a lot of physicality at Canada beginning the season. Now Chelsea are getting that physicality in the field of play with Dario Sugo. In games that are very top, compact. You can play Dario Sugo, Moise Caicedo. Then you play Enzo Fernandez as a 10, wait for Obama from the right hand side. Now with the Estevao will learn a free bench, but you can manage that squad very well and get a lot out of them. But as it stands now, it is difficult to get a lot out of them because it is imbalance in certain areas in the field of play. Maybe apart from you talk about Romeo Lavia, but apart from these guys, nobody wins duels. And the Premier League is insanely physical. And anything I make us say, if Nicolas Jackson beba, if Romeo Lavia beba, if Madueke beba, if Cole Palmer beba, and they will stay fit for the next 9 games, and with James, I think that Chelsea have a huge chance because Chelsea against Nottingham Forest, no matter how good Nottingham Forest have been this season, if these players are fit and they are playing, I think that they should be able to win any match. I think that Enzo Maresca will platform them in a good tactical setup that will get them to win games. I think, and now Metisenko focus say, Chelsea, Atleti, Enzo Maresca, about Reece James in the middle of the park. I don't know if all of you are interested in seeing Reece James get injured every time. Nippon, when you have hamstring injury, muscle tear, week in, week out, you can't play him up and down the touchline. And now, Chelsea afraid Thomas Tuchel, catcher Thomas Tuchel say, I'm not to say Thomas Tuchel can't pre-match press conference say, Reece James still fullback for him, born up and down the touchline. Almost sending in the medical report of Reece James say, given how Reece James is the injury issues, he has to be managed. Body they be up and down, and it's just a few minutes. Even if you want to do that, or you play him centrally where he doesn't cover a lot of ground. And very important because you need to keep the players together for the last stretch. It makes sense to drop points against Arsenal and win the rest of the games rather than say, "Obey winning Arsenal points enough when you're in Barca." You need to manage it twice. And I think that's something that Enzo Maresca has done well in terms of the management of the squad, knowing when to use it, knowing when to drop who, not being forced by anything that we are such player because they'll be player need practice no. You can't have that. You need to be able to manage the team very, very well. You can get the right profiles to go on and then go and play in the various games. Chelsea for us say they are waiting. I think that Chelsea can go on and qualify for the Champions League. Yes, the games are difficult. Games are cross border. Chelsea can go on and qualify. And that's why Dario Sugo Chelsea will still want Dario Sugo for Club World Cup now. So he drew on us with a fit and he's going to play for Chelsea in the Club World Cup. They would want Estavao Willian also for Club World Cup consistently. So Estavao Willian will play Club World Cup for Palmeiras. Then Oboya and Obeja and Chelsea. Chelsea want these players to come in and then come and play constantly. Chelsea Football Club, then they can go on and know say they have a team that can go in and go and compete. And Chelsea are planning say they will do all of their business very, very quickly. Then we'll see sir the come and say quickly, they'll play well, they'll get a job done. They'll make sure say if you are doing a good job in that regard, you can learn exactly the things that you can get from it. Then the team can go on next season. Say Andre Santos is another player that wins a lot of duels. That's also a combative player over there, and Chelsea would hope to keep him in there. Rhys James and Branch and Levi Cole were able to join Thomas Tuchel and then the team over there or England for training. And of course, what they are saying, and they say they are young players and then they want to go on and play for Chelsea Football Club consistently. Oshe Howard, former Chelsea assistant, Anthony Barry, Hage, Branch and Rhys James it's really, really exciting. And in fact, they know say they've gotten a star boy to come in and now. You see after Arsenal, any Chelsea match in Kofubi, Ekoko abuse Branch, your friend of Wesley Fofana. And of course, that is where Wesley reacted on after the game. Enzo Maresca said, no, he wants to win the Club World Cup. Fantastic motivation to win it. That's what you need to see it as a source of motivation. As I've told you before, when you are at Chelsea, your goal is to win as much as you can. And when we are there, that will be our goal to go in and then go and win the tournament over there for Chelsea Football Club. And we wait to see how things go on from there. See, you ever share how things will go on last stretch after international break and maybe didn't come up over there. Like Enzo Maresca and now Mikel Arteta say, all of the teams in Europe, one of the best teams on a lot of quality in terms of attack has been open play, attacking quality. Almost say Southampton pen on attackers now underperforming more than Chelsea. And I keep on saying last season Chelsea underperformed. It's XG. What you need is that you need quality players in front of goal. Not just quality to make it a chance, but quality to finish. And Chelsea need good finishers. Chelsea underperform on edges no minus 6.23. Anyone starts include current players and combined players from there. Nicolas Jackson and Christopher Nkunku are two West corporates underperforming XG at Chelsea over there. And Chelsea for now are trying so they can get their players to perform now. But so then, this is where we draw the catching. I mean, I more channel, no pouch, we'll bring you all the updates I was on Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. We'll take care. Bye-bye.